Okay. In unrelated news,
Unrelated.
my shit list goes out to China. Whoever's in charge of the space program, and this is the reason why. China recently, so they're building like a new like space station. I don't know what its purpose is, but they're building a new space station. It's in space. It orbits Earth. It's kind of
it's a space station.
Yeah, right.
So where the fuck else would it be?
I'm just
He's
like,
it's a
I'm
space
just making
station.
sure we're all on the same page.
It's in space.
So, it's in space. Yeah,
it's in space. It's a space station.
It's
in space.
The space station is in space. They're building it there, and the most recent rocket that went up, like with a module or whatever, like it was in relation to the building of their space station. Like the base of it went up too high into orbit, like with the rocket itself, and it detached late. So it like went into orbit as well.
Right.
And it's over 21 metric tons in mass.
Dude.
And now this base it doesn't have a designed re-entry.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Have you heard about this,
dude? Well, no, but I do know that like that is a huge issue with just space trash. Dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It is
no.
flying,
This is
like-
worse than space. Well, space trash is probably worse. But
that's a
worse.
contributing factor. I think this is worse.
I guess this is something you can see.
This is what's happening, though. This is what's happening.
Okay.
So this is like a huge base, and it's huge. And it's 21 metric tons, and it didn't get high enough to stay in orbit, so it's re-entering atmosphere.
Oh.
Right, so it's gonna drop down as a fucking and destroy some shit.
Right.
A lot of
So
shit.
they're saying in history this is like the 6th largest uncontrolled re-entry in history.
Look.
And they said that based on the this was reported a couple of days ago. They said based on the re-entry, they don't know when it's going to land because it's uncontrolled. So they said somewhere within the next couple of days to the next couple of weeks, depending on when it re-enters the atmosphere. Once it starts to get atmosphere and drag, they can better track like where it's going to land, but they don't know yet. And they said it could land anywhere from like New York all the way down to like the hemisphere, basically, like anywhere is what they're saying. And they're saying
what?
Based on what they've already and you want to know the worst part is? China didn't even admit that it was an uncontrolled re-entry. Like we picked it up with our own satellites and like, yo, this is fucked up. And they said that like some amateur astronomers actually like spotted it with their telescopes and they could see it tumbling, which means it's not under control.
China don't have to tell us shit.
Well, I mean, we figured it out. And they said that it's extremely likely that it won't hit a populated area. It'll likely either land in the ocean or somewhere that like
no, that's
not
bullshit.
inhabited.
That's just what the fuck they say.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
They're not going to tell you, oh, it's going to hit.
That's just going to land.
I'm like, oh, so you're saying you don't know anything, but like, don't panic because it's not going to hit you.
Don't panic. It's just going to land in the water, but we don't know where it's going to land.
I mean, stupid bitches. Yeah, you know what they're going to do?
No way.
The family's going to be paid. Somebody just got to take the L.
Right, so this is
like,
so if y'all are watching this,
payday.
and it's not like I mean we're recording on the second.
Man.
So if y'all are watching this and we're all still around, then I mean y'all might have already seen that it's landed and there's no problem and everything's cool.
Guys,
but if it hasn't, then I mean y'all might be sweating a little bit.
Still
Sorry
gonna be
to
around.
show off that way, but
we still gonna be around. They done told us there's all kinds of shit.
I think we're fine.
They
I think
said,
we're fine.
man, they done told us there's all kinds of shit.
But I'm gonna say this though, dude. If it hits a populated
so if it does,
area,
I give them that. But this is my problem that I have with that. Cause you know I'm on the conspiracy and all that shit.
We're all with it.
There's hella shit that they said was gonna hit us, and if it hit one side of the Earth.
But this isn't like asteroids though. This is like a re-entry from something that we made. Like, I feel like it's a little different.
In what way? Is it going to destroy half of Earth?
We have control. No, it's not. It won't be that catastrophic.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're saying there's shit that comes in all the time that's going to kill us, and then we be like, "Oh, I'm scared," and then nothing happens.
Well, no, I think this is a higher threat because it's 100% going to hit Earth.
Well,
you see what I'm saying? We just don't know where.
You have to show me a 100% percentage because usually when some shit is entering towards us. No.
This never broke our orbit though. Is what I'm saying. Like it went up into orbit, but not high enough to like.
Right, and so it just
it's coming. So it's coming back down.
But we know where it's at. We know where it's at. At
Roughly.
least somebody's
Yeah.
tracking where it's at.
Yeah,
you
we can track
definitely
it.
locate
We know where the fuck it's at and how it's coming.
So here's the question.
Are we just gonna shoot some shit and break it up, bro? I'm telling you.
I don't think they can. Here's the question, though, right?
I mean,
Here's
it
the question,
sounds
though.
like we
Here's the
can, but we
question,
don't know those things.
They might be able to. Here's the
Of
question.
course, it's the government. What are you talking about?
Once they can track it, if it's gonna hit a populated area, do you think they tell them?
Yeah, that
Do you
just
think they
that
make it
area.
known?
But that shit
They're
don't
like,
come
look,
out.
hey guys,
Hey.
like this shit's real. It's gonna
Hey.
hit fucking.
But guess what?
Wyoming.
It won't be like a nationwide. Everybody watching on the news.
So it'll be on the
just
hush. It'll be
Keep
local.
it to local news.
Because, bro,
Local
if you
news,
see
yeah.
that
There's no
shit-
way that doesn't get on Reddit or
Bro,
something,
bro,
though,
bro,
right?
bro,
Like
that's
it'll
the
get
thing.
out.
There's gonna be a public panic if you do that. Everybody's gonna fucking flip the fuck out.
Right. Yes.
And bro, even if
Exactly.
it rains, people will be like, "Oh, a part of it hit my house," and then man, get the fuck out of here,
What about
man.
people?
Stop.
No, I don't know. I think if they said like it's gonna hit here, anyone that's not there would be like, that sucks, and then just like go to work. And
I wouldn't say that sucks. That would not be my
well,
terminology.
no. But I think
phrase.
we're different than most people. But I think most people.
I mean,
be like,
I kind of be
not
like,
my problem.
so if they said a bulk of this shit gonna hit San Antonio, then what then? Right? What the fuck? Are you gonna go to Houston? Do you go to Dallas? No, not really, because it's gonna hit San Antonio and it's
gonna
gonna
be bad.
bust. So what the fuck? Where do you go?
I was also concerned too, like if it hits
Goodness
the ocean,
gracious,
if it's
bro.
close enough to a landmass, it could cause a tsunami too.
So I'll be honest, it could hit water, but right, it's gonna cause a tsunami or a hurricane or some
earthquakes,
bullshit,
yeah,
and then we're gonna be
not
seeing
a
those.
hurricane, but an earthquake or a tsunami for sure.
I mean, a tsunami to a hurricane is not too far off from one another.
Tsunamis are more catastrophic in my opinion.
Have we ever been able to cause like such
Yeah.
mean destruction like that? I mean,
Yep.
like
We do it ourselves with weather controlling.
Well, he's talking about the weather controlling.
I'm talking about weather controlling. We do it all the time.
He's
with
talking
weather
about
controlling.
talking about Hurricane Katrina shit.
I'm not even just that. There's a bunch.
He's talking about the
of
tsunamis
examples.
in
There's all
Japan
kind of
shit.
They destroy people on purpose. They working their way to do some shit. I don't really think
oh,
that they're making.
okay, that makes sense.
It makes hella sense, right?
Population control. You look at China. I mean, like the population.
It's
Uh-oh,
fucking
man.
like
Uh-oh.
9 billion of them motherfuckers, right? So, I mean, who's really fucking with anything Asian? We ain't fucking with them. That's why I was
Yeah.
just like, bro, we ain't
Well,
gonna
here's
tell
the
them
thing, right?
nothing.
I didn't
Even
wanna
if
get-
they shot that
here's
shit
the
up
thing.
there
I didn't
and
want
it
to
re-entered,
get. I didn't want to
bro,
get
we ain't
too.
gonna
I don't
tell
want to
them
get too
nothing, bro.
political, and I'm not going to. But
This is not political,
It's very
though.
no. What I'm about to say is like.
Oh, well,
It's
fuck that. Say
extremely
it.
likely that COVID came from fucking Wuhan, which is in China, which is fucking crazy.